Greetings. I have like this sluggishness starting my day today, and I know exactly why I did it, which is why I'm talking about the dangers of doom scrolling. Because I did it for the first time in a long time for an hour. Now, that probably sounds like like a minute to some people, because lots of people probably doom scroll for a lot longer than that. But I did it for an hour for the first time in a long time, and man, did that really just mess up everything, going to bed and waking up in the morning, because you're staring at a screen right to your face, and you're analyzing information, and you're zooming in with your eyes, you're focusing on all these little details on your phone, and the electromagnetic field of our phones and everything, like right in your third eye and your actual two eyes. It's your brain processing all of it when you're supposed to be going to bed, and then when you actually try and sleep and you wake up, you feel groggy and just frayed, like your internal system and your mental system is just frayed, like frayed wires. And man, does it suck. Not worth it. Not worth it. And sometimes all it takes is like the content I was watching is like cops pulling over people and getting power hungry, and what else? Cops pulling over people getting power hungry, and random people like starting harassing people for no reason. And sometimes it just takes one of those videos to just get you hooked. It's kind of like with animal videos, and then you don't really realize that, holy shit, an hour has gone by. And I guess we all do it for our own reasons. In a way, me watching those videos of cops abusing their power and people getting harassed by random people, I guess in a way it's for me to prepare with the bullshit that exists in this world now. Because I'm a 1990s baby, and growing up, we didn't have to pay attention to these things as much. I had a blessed childhood. I was well provided for. I didn't have a perfect home, but 75 to 25%, it was great. And now the world is a completely different place. So in a way, me watching that stuff is just me like mentally preparing for, if it should ever come to my doorstep, how would I handle myself? But at the same time, your diet is not just what you eat, it's what you feed yourself mentally. It's what you are digesting, it's the content you're consuming and everything. And sometimes that can give you just a big fucking like a big headache, or just fill your thoughts with all these fearful thoughts, and then you go about your day just kind of like not knowing that your body is charged like that. It's charged in a negative way. It's charged in a way where like, you expect something. And if you have that sorry, that guy was wearing a South Park sweater. If you have that within your system, at some point, if you don't navigate through it, it's going to show up in your external world. That will manifest into something. I've seen this happen before. I moved in with this person who I thought was my friend, but it was kind of one of those things where no matter how much peace I was in my own frame, my presence was triggering the parts in her that were unhealed, which is, it happens. And so there's a lot of friction. And I'm walking down the streets of Toronto, I'm on the phone with one of my friends, and this random fucking lady just says, "Fuck you," and she like throws a punch my way, and she missed, and I was about to deck her, but like she didn't actually land the punch, so it's fair. But like, you guys want to see what I'm saying? That was charged from friction of being around someone who was probably going through some kind of like self-abuse or mental abuse that's happened in their life, and I think it just goes to show, like, you are what you consume, you are what you eat, you are the actions that you do, and you are the habits that you make and that you create for yourself. And yeah, it's definitely not worth it. And in those moments when we find ourselves doom scrolling because we're bored, I think that's why it's important we find what it is that lights us up, that makes us feel good, and just stick to it. Like playing sports, either going to the gym and exercising, making or performing music, spending quality time with your friends. I had a thought. It was around all of this kind of stuff. Oh, sorry, it's the morning. It is 9:12 in the morning. It's been like a full month of me consistently waking up in the mornings, and this is great because it's when I'm like operating a lot more optimally and like my headspace is clear. Okay, here's what I wanted to say. This is also why I document this stuff. I have, I'm just kind of getting it out, and I'm not looking at the camera. I'm just keeping my day focused. Well, obviously, because I'm driving too. But at the same time, I don't need to, like, gaze at the camera. If anybody's listening to this, you're already getting the information and the knowledge I'm just trying to share with people, or share with you. Because the second we look directly at the camera, it's like energy just gets sucks in. Fellas or ladies watching, when was the last time you were on a date or staring at your partner with love and admiration and adoration? What does that feel like? The way I like describing it is it feels like a water slide of feel-good emotions of love, affection, commitment. When you're staring at someone who you really are in love with, you know what that feeling feels like. It's soothing and nurturing and healing all at once, and you're connected to the journey of life and the mystery of life and the journey and the adventures that are waiting for you to still be explored. There's energy exchange. There's an energy connection with just gazing at someone, because we are human beings. We crave genuine human connection, and we're not getting it these days. Why? Because we have all of what we're capable of, all of what we share, and all of our intellect, everything who we are, who we display up here, is being sucked and fueled in and poured in. We're pouring all of our goodness and the essence of who we are into these damn screens. Even as I was driving by a few bus stops, everyone, head buried in their phone. Some people listening to headphones and not looking at their phone, but heads buried in their phone. And a friend of mine actually said this to me. She has a rule. If she's watching one screen, she doesn't have another screen on in the background. Meaning, like, if she's watching TV or Netflix, she's not on her phone. Because it's a double scrambling of your brain and a double sucking of your attention. You have one screen on that's sucking your electrical field in. And then you have another screen that's doubling it up. I never really paid attention to it until she pointed it out, and holy shit, does that make a difference. We got to find the separation from technology, guys. I think I was mentioning in the first video that I got my first smartphone when I was 20 years old. And yeah, at first it was fun. But like at the same time, I was old enough to find the separation between my device and still have that connection to having fun and enjoying the natural reality of my life without my device. And now, it's sad. It's sad. And I know there's people out here, you use your phone for networking and for work, and that's fine, that's cool. But it's having intention when you're going on your device. Like, what are you doing it for? Like, are you going to post something on Instagram? Are you going to make a call, send an email? And then if you're not self-aware enough, if you don't catch yourself, a split second is all it takes for you to go to another app. And it's like, oh, I wonder what's going on in here. And then boom, it's 30 minutes of good energy that you've wasted doing nothing. And it's important to pay attention to these things, or else it's a soul sucking and it's a dream killing habit. If you think about it, it's a distraction too. trying to find the right way to articulate, because the great thing about communication and conversation is it's great when you align yourself with people who can give you the patience and the same listening that you give for the other person. Like, just kind of like paying attention to, okay, this person is speaking. There's an emotion behind what she's saying. I'm going to let her communicate this fully, and you can pay attention to that split 1 to 2 seconds where the communication is delivered. She's finished speaking or he's finished speaking, and then you're waiting when it's your turn to fully like respond back, and make sure you respond in a way where you capture all those things. Like, I heard what you said, I felt your emotion behind it, I get the weight of what you're dealing with, whether it's a serious situation or not, or if it's just in conversation. But like, people giving you that patience in conversation. So I love my best friends, because they give me that patience. It's difficult with your parents, obviously, because they look at you as their child. They also have this hierarchy of thinking they know better than you, and it's difficult when parents don't care to build that adult relationship with your kids. And I was spoiled most of my life, and you know, it's important for me that I'm recognized as an adult, because even if I'm spoiled just a little bit, like, I'm not there anymore. The world is a different place, and yeah, once upon a time I enjoyed the splendors of being spoiled for, but it's tough now, and I don't want that treatment, and I just I think it's important that we all get recognized for the growth that we have, and we get acknowledged and spoken to like we are that growing person. The basis of all of this was trying to find ways to properly articulate this to say to my mother, because I can count for at least maybe 2 to 3 hours a day, sometimes straight, where she is just on her phone, and it's like her third eye connection, her overall energy levels are just sucked and sapped dry and weak, and I've communicated this to her enough, and it's just like, she doesn't listen. And what can you do? You can only show the horse where the water is. You can't make the horse drink the water. And it's a sad fucking thing, man. People have no ambition and no vision for the rest of their life, and I think it's important that you all find a sense of that, and you all are hardwired to that sense of purpose and vision in your life, because things like this, our devices, computers, TV, even our 9-to-5 jobs, they can all pull us away from our purpose in life and what we really want to accomplish, what we really want to experience, and it saps our energy. If we don't find ways to be aware and how to, you know, properly store and reserve our energy for the things that we love, then we're just bound to live a fucking mediocre life. And we all don't want that. We want to live life to the fullest. We all want to make sure we do everything we desire to do before we leave this earth. And yeah, just having a lot more conscious awareness of where you're placing your attention is going to be a great beneficial thing for you moving forward. And 13 minutes, yeah, I'd say that's enough. Hope that helps. Thank you for listening to anybody who is listening. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow morning for me. This will probably get uploaded sometime in the afternoon. But anyways, ciao for now.